Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my August favorites. I did try out quite a few new things this month and a lot of them really worked out for me, so I'm just going to share with you my favorite products that I have been really loving to use this month. So let's just get started. My first product is the Wet n Wild PhotoFocus Face Primer. I used this in my one brand tutorial of Wet n Wild products, and I have been using it ever since. I love this. It is very hydrating, but it still keeps your makeup on all day long, and it gives you a flawless base to begin with. It is not a mattifying or a pore filling primer. I think that it is just a great basic primer, and it is under $5, so I would definitely recommend checking this out. I have two foundations that I want to mention. The first being the Wet n Wild PhotoFocus foundation. I used this once again in that one brand tutorial, and I have been just loving this foundation. I am in the shade Golden Beige. This foundation gives a beautiful full coverage appearance, and it is very lightweight. It does not feel cakey, and I think that it lasts a long amount of time on my skin personally. I do not get very oily with this foundation. It doesn't claim to be mattifying, however, I think that this is one of the better formulas of foundation at the drugstore that can sort of combat oils. It is not as good at controlling your oils as the L'Oreal Pro Matte, but I think that it is a great foundation, and it is specially formulated and tested under 7 lighting conditions, so it looks great in studio lights like I have right now, or daylight, indoors, outdoors, and it does not give flashback. So I think that this is a great foundation. This is typically foundation that I use on brides because it does not give flashback, and it is very versatile. You can create a more natural looking finish with this by thinning it out a bit and really getting a light coverage, or you can use it like a typical foundation and it gives a very full and flawless coverage. The other one that I would like to mention is the Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation. I have mine in the shade 725 Buff Beige. This is a great luminous foundation. It does have a little bit of a shimmer in it, almost like sort of gold reflex throughout it. On my skin personally, it does not look super dewy. However, it does give a more natural finish. It is more medium coverage or light to medium, whereas the Wet n Wild can be very full. I can get about 4 hours with this foundation before I tend to get pretty oily, but it is a great everyday foundation. I love throwing this on if I'm going for a more natural look, or if I just don't need a lot of coverage that day. It is a great foundation from the drugstore once again, and I have been really loving it for more natural days. Next up, I want to mention the Maybelline Master Chrome Metallic Highlighter. This is in the shade Molten Gold. This is a great gold highlighter. As you can see, it is extremely reflective and gives off a gold sheen, which I think looks beautiful on tan or deeper skin tones. And I really like it because it is a change from the typical pearl or champagne highlights. I have been loving this summer because when you get a little bit more sun-kissed, it really complements your skin tone, especially if you have an olive undertone like myself. This also works great if you want to apply it to your shoulders or your collarbones, and it really works well as a body highlight as well as a face highlight, so I would definitely recommend this one. It is about $10, which is not terrible considering the Becca highlights can be almost $40, and I think it performs similarly to a high-end highlighter, so although $10 may seem high for the drugstore, it is really just a great highlighter in my opinion. Next, I want to mention an eyeshadow palette. Now, I've had this for quite a while. I actually received it last Christmas as a gift. Over the summer, and I'm sure transitioning into fall, I have been loving this palette. This is the Masquerade palette by Juvia's Place. It looks like this. It just has a great variety of warm everyday shades as well as some colorful shades. I did mention this palette in my top 5 eyeshadow palette video, and it is just great because these 2 rows down here are great for everyday or more neutral looks, and then it has these 2 rows of the pops of color. The quality of these is amazing. They last very long. You get a great pan size. This is a huge palette in my opinion, and I really just think that you can create a wide variety of looks. I just posted a video, I believe last week, my vampy fall makeup tutorial. You can get something like that is very fall inspired, or you can use some of the brighter colors to create a more summery look. So I have been absolutely loving this palette for the summer and transitioning into fall time, and I've been using it all month long. Speaking of eyeshadow, I want to mention the Kat Von D High Voltage Eye Primer. I have been using this non-stop. This is a great tinted eyeshadow base. It really covers up any veins or discoloration on your eyelids and prolongs the wear of any eyeshadow look. This also does a pretty good job of controlling oils if you have more oily eyelids. Next, I have some eyelashes. These are the AOA Studio Alexis eyelashes. These are $1 on Shop Miss A, and in my opinion, they are an exact dupe for the Demi Wispies by Ardell. Now, Ardell is a pretty affordable eyelash company in the first place, but these are only $1, and with shipping is very reasonable, so if you can save a few bucks, why not? I actually love using these as half lashes. I've been cutting them in half and just using the outer portion of the lash. That's actually what I have on my lashes today. I think that it just gives some great fullness to your lashes without being too overboard, and it is a lot more comfortable than wearing the full strip lashes. So I have been absolutely loving using these for my looks. To wrap up this favorites video, I have 2 lip products I want to share with you. The first is the Maybelline SuperStay Matte Ink Liquid Lipstick. This is in the shade Loyalist, number 5. This is just a great kind of pinky peach nude shade. These are very long lasting. You need some sort of oil base to remove them. As you can see, there's the color. It is just a great neutral shade, more of an everyday type of color. They don't feel heavy on your lips. They are very comfortable. You do have to apply a thin layer and you'll get full opacity. I would not recommend building this up and using multiple layers because then it can tend to get a little bit tacky or sticky, but I do not think that it is necessary to use multiple layers. If you just use one, you will get the full color payoff. I have been loving this. I also have a couple of deeper shades that I am so excited to bust out for the fall time. And my last August favorite is the Dose of Colors DesixKaty lipstick in the shade No Shade. Yes, I still have mine in the box because it is so cute. I think that this rose gold color is just beautiful. I think Desi and Katie did an amazing job on this packaging. It is so cute. It is just the matte soft touch nude packaging, and when you open it up you have the rose gold bullet with their signatures on it. And this is just a great warm nude shade. I'm wearing it on my lips right now, and although it is quite light, I think that it'll work for a wide range of skin tones. If you are lighter than me, it will not pull too orange or yellow. I think it has just the right amount of warmth to prevent it from being too orange on lighter skin tones, but it will also work for deeper skin tones as a lighter nude as well. I have only had this for a little while considering they launched on, I believe, the 14th of August, but I have not been able to put it down since I have received it. It's definitely been my go-to lip color. As you can see, this is a creamy matte finish. It does not have a lot of shine to it, but it is still very comfortable. It feels almost like chapstick or nothing on your lips. It is not heavy or cakey whatsoever, which I really appreciate. I have definitely been reaching for this. I'm planning on getting a second bullet during the September launch so that I can keep one in my purse and one on my vanity, because that is just how much I have been loving this lipstick. I think that it is great, and if you get a chance to pick it up at the second launch, I would definitely recommend to do so. Okay guys, so that wraps up my August favorites. These are the products that I have been using all month long and just have not been able to put down. Be sure to leave some of your August favorites in the comments down below. I would love to hear what you've been using this month. If you like these favorites videos, give this video a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in my next one.